problem. Problem is that it's not always about finding ways to make the money. Sometimes it's about how can you save the money while you're making the money, but also how to hold on to the money. I know some of this, and I know what I might be saying might not be sounding right, but let me break it down to you. All right, for example, I'm a homeowner, right? I want to go back to school, right? So I was considering going to school to be a barber, cutting hair, right? And as I'm like thinking about it on what I want to do, I realized that I'm a homeowner. Last weekend, well, weekend just passed, made a year that me and my wife been a homeowner, right? And I'm gonna tell you like this: we already had got our first bump in the road last year. Now, the house that we bought, brand new house built from the ground up. When we moved in the house was like maybe 2 years old, 3 years old. But the person that bought the house before us was in the military. So they might have stayed in the house maybe for like, I'll say 6 months to a year. So they even have, so the house wasn't even broken in because it was in the military. So make a long story short, after staying in the house for like 6 months, 6-7 months, we had an AC problem, which the AC was blowing out hot. Now remind you, this house ain't no more than about 2 or 3 years old at the time. About 3 years old. So I call the AC people. The number that was on the thermostat at the house, they had a number on there. So I called the number. Boom. So I called a lady. I'm like, I'm having problem with my AC. It ain't blowing out cold. She said, okay, we'll have somebody out there to come look at it. So it was like during the summertime of last year, so it was real hot in there. So make a long story short, I asked her, she said, well, it'll be a $50 fee for them to come out there and check it. I said, okay, cool. So she was like, what's your address is? So I give her my address. So she tell me everything is still, but like she tell me everything's still under warranty, which I figured it was anyway because the house ain't no more than about maybe like 2 or 3 years old at the time. So then the guy get out there, the AC people get out there. So me being who I am, I'm like, man, I'm gonna go walk back this with this guy. I said, man, I'm gonna go walk back there with the guy to go watch him fix the AC unit and see what's going on with the AC unit, why it ain't blowing out cold. Cause I just sometimes, man, I don't be really trusting a lot of these these technicians sometimes, man. I'm not saying every technician, but majority of technicians, man, you know, you got to be mindful, man, cause some of them be trying to get you, you know what I'm saying? So I followed the man to the side of the house from the first time he got there till he walked back down the side of my house. I was on his behind. So he told me, what's going on? So I told him, man, you know, it ain't blowing out cold. He said, okay, cool. He said, he went back there and he went back in the truck and got a spray bottle. So he's spraying a little spray stuff around the little pipes and all that. So soon he sprayed the pipe, it goes to bubbling up. So he like, oh, you got a hole. So he told me, oh, your refrigerant. I think what they call you, like they don't call it cooler, they call you refrigerant. It's leaking out. It's the reason why your house ain't getting cold. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, all right, how long that'll take you? He said, oh, it should not take that long, about maybe an hour, maybe a couple of minutes, whatever. Like, all right, cool, whatever. So he told me, well, let me go to my truck right quick and get some prices and get the price. So I'm like, a price? I'm like, my job on a warranty. He said, well, to solder, basically the soldering is almost like welding. So basically, like to solder the hole back closed and patch up the hole, and then fill it back up with refrigerant. It's going to be $900. I'm like, $900. So kind of find out, I call my brother-in-law. Cause my brother-in-law, he do AC work. So I say, well, bro, I say, man, do this sound right? My brother like, yeah, that's about right. So my brother-in-law like, well, tell old boy he can go ahead and I take care of you. All right, cool, whatever. So so I told the dude, I say, well, quick question. I say, man, you don't do no side work? He say, nah, I used to, but it take up too much of my time. So I said, oh, okay, cool. I say, man, let me be real with you. I say, be real with me. I say, how much a job like this you would have charged somebody for a job like this? He said, man, to be honest with you, man, I would have had charged $400. I said that's kind of like more reasonable, man. But I said $900, bro, almost $1,000, bro, just to patch up a small little hole. He like, yeah, man, hey, this is what the company charged. He said, if I would have done that, I would have charged you $400. I said, that sounds more reasonable, you know what I'm saying? But $900, bro, almost $1,000, that don't sound right. So I said, all right, man, appreciate it, man. So my brother-in-law came around there like a day later, and I ain't gonna tell y'all what he charged me, but it was way much better than what that man would charge me. It was way better than $900. So he fixed my AC, and my brother-in-law fixed it. Came around there, took care of me, man. Appreciate you, brother-in-law. So my brother-in-law, man, you know what I'm saying? He do AC work. He do AC work and he do electrician. He do a little bit of plumbing too, though, man. So he looked out for me, man, took care of me, man. So I was like, man, thank God. And the moral of the story is that like I was saying, I'm 39. So I want to go to school to be a barber. I'm like, barbers make money, you know what I'm saying? I can work on my own time, you know what I'm saying? Make my own schedule. I'm thinking about all this stuff. And at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I'm a homeowner. I'm like, why not get into HVAC or plumbing or electrician? I'm saying, because in the day, you know what I'm saying, going out there making the money to be the barber, that ain't no problem. So I realized, and the older I get, it's not about always making the money. It's about trying to hold on to some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to learn something that is in high demand. AC work, plumbing work, electrician work, all of that is in high demand. And if you can cut that middleman out, man, what I mean cut the middleman out, meaning that if you can start allowing yourself to do your own work, like, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna know everything, but like you know what I'm saying, like AC work. If you do AC work, that's thousands of dollars that you can be saving because your AC unit gonna go out. So that's thousands of dollars that you can be saving. You feel me? And then if you do plumbing work, $1,000 that you can be saving, especially if you're a homeowner. And then if you're an electrician, you want to do some remodeling around your house, you can do your work yourself. Thousands of dollars. It's so many ways that you can save money. See, sometimes I realize saving money ain't always about making the money and then saving it. Sometimes what I mean about saving money is not having to go out there and pay somebody else all of this money where you can do the work yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like if you a licensed AC person, you can do it yourself. If you're a licensed plumber, you can do it yourself. If you're a licensed electrician, you can do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So especially when you become a homeowner and you're trying to go get back into school These are the things that you need to be worrying about, because these are the things that's gonna be, costing you a lot of money if you don't know how to do it, because you gotta call somebody out there to come do the job for you. So that's my thing, man. Don't worry about always how to make the money. Worry about how can you save money and cut out the middleman and do your job yourself. So then what I'm realizing, you know what I'm saying, being a homeowner, and not just being a homeowner, you even gotta own the home. Just if you take something up in school, man, take up something that's at high demand. AC work is high demand. You need AC. Plumbing, you need plumbing. Welding, you need welding. All of these things is high demand. And these are the things that you need to be trying to teach yourself or learn and go to school for. You know what I'm saying? Electronics, all of that stuff like that, all of that stuff is high demand. You get what I'm saying? Because if you don't start getting into like the technician side of the world, man, you're gonna be spending so much money, man. So don't worry about always how can you make the money, because the money is the easy part to make. It's easy to make money. You can go out here and cut somebody's yard, cut grass, make the money. You can do all this, but if something go down in your house or something break in your house that you can't fix, that same money you done made, you got to go get that to somebody else. You get what I'm saying? When I mean somebody else, I'm talking about like labor work. You know what I'm saying? Labor. You know what I'm saying? Because you can go buy your own supplies and whatever you might need, but if you don't know how to do the work, you got to pay somebody to do it for you. So it's like, just be mindful and careful about what careers you get into. Mechanic, that's another thing. People need to get back and forth to work. That was another thing. You get what I'm saying? So these are high demand trades that people need to get into, because one day you're going to be a homeowner. Or not just that, one day somebody AC going to go out and you're going to be the man they call. You know what I'm saying? So just think about things like that. Stop always thinking about, oh, you know what I'm saying, I can make money. Making money is one thing, but while you making the money, how are you going to get rid of the middleman? You get what I'm saying? So yeah, man, just think about that. And it's not all about how much money you make. It's about getting rid of the middleman. Peace.